Okie dokie. This is the first time I've gone live on Twitch, and I think it's connected to my Facebook. I'll find all that out later. Anyway, I posted yesterday about gardening, and what I did was, let's see. Do 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 do. I'm using my phone. All right, so I went and I posted about getting started with your garden. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to tear up my yard and I don't want to do this and that. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to tear your yard up. You can use containers. You can use different type of containers. You can go to Dollar Tree. You can go to Dollar General. If you're in Georgia, you can't walk 2 miles without seeing a Dollar General. So don't act like this is something that you can't do. I was talking to one of my friends today, and basically we're saying that a tomato from the garden is 1,000 times better than a tomato from the grocery store. And y'all know I'm not lying about that. So I'm going to pull up, if I can do this. Again, this is my very first time doing this. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen. And I think I am sharing my screen. Do. Entire screen. Bear with me. This is my first time. Okay, so this is the post that I put up. This is the vegetable garden calendar that was put out by the UGA Extension, and so this is helpful for people who are home gardeners, not necessarily for people who have a lot of land. So here are some of the things that they say that should be getting done in the month of January. And my main thing is you got to create a garden plan. You got to figure out what you want to do, what's realistic for you, and the allotment that you've given yourself or that you have, even if it's fertilizer. Some people actually garden during the winter. I do have a few things out there. I got a little bit of collards that I'm going to be eating on tomorrow, so I'll probably get those out of the garden tomorrow. But anyway, basically that's what this is. This is basically going month by month on what's going on or what you need to be preparing for in that sense. And also for the visual people and for the people who attend YouTube University like myself, I've been working on this for the past few years. This is for container gardening. That's how I started when I was in Savannah, and I did a little bit in Warner Robins too, is just growing things in containers because A, you don't want to tear your yard up. B, you don't really know what type of, I guess, nutrients you have in your garden. You can control it a whole lot more if you are growing in containers. If you're not, I do recommend getting soil samples from different parts of the garden that you're going to be utilizing this season because it can help you. Because if I'm not mistaken, if you have too much nitrogen in your soil, you'll grow a bunch of pretty green leaves, but you're not going to produce as many fruit as you would if you made sure that you knew how balanced your soil was. So these are some of the personalities or people that I like, and that I follow. People who actually know me for real, you know that I'm a prepper. So some of these faces might seem a little familiar to you. This is a new one here. I found her not too long ago. She has that vertical garden that she has on her patio. It's really good and helpful. I like a lot of Hollis and Nancy stuff. They do a lot from seed to harvest. Like they'll take videos over the course of a few months. Like they'll start, you know, starting from the seedlings all the way to harvest time, and they'll break it up into videos or like part one, part two, part three. He does a lot in buckets, he does a lot in containers. I think they started out in Virginia. I've been watching them for so long that now that they finally have their forever area down in Florida, so I thought it was kind of dope. But this is another vertical gardening video, and it's only like 5 minutes. I don't think a lot of them are that long, but I mean, if you nerd out on stuff like this, like I do, you don't care about sitting and watching it. But anywho, that's that. I did find something else that I thought was kind of helpful. This from the Urban Farm. This talks more about the state of Georgia in particular, and it's got your frost dates and your last frost dates in accordance to where you live here. I'm in 8B, so, but this is what I like. We are actually, if you look at your zones here, I had said zone 6, but I mean 8. Yeah, boom. All right, so let's scroll down to 8. All right, so this is where you're starting your seeds. I don't really like beets, whatever, but like broccoli, your carrots, most of the things that are going to be, I guess, leafy. Snow peas are good right now. I would definitely start those tomatoes. I would start the tomato seeds at the end of January, actually, because you want them to be a decent size by the time you get around to April when you're putting things in the ground. Some things you can direct sow later, like when you're getting into April. Some of the things that are bigger seeds you can direct sow, and you, even if they're things that you started in your house or in your greenhouse or makeshift incubators or anything of that nature, I would back it up and do some in the ground also, because you don't know if you're going to have aphids, any other kind of blight and different things like that. So that's something that I highly recommend. All right, let's see if I can go back to my other screen now. This is definitely trial and error for the old lady here. Boom. Nope. Let's just X out of that. I think this is right. But anyway, so that's what's going on in the garden. Just getting prepared. Right now, like I said, I got some collard greens that I'm going to be harvesting and cooking today. Well, tomorrow. Thank you. Cheers. What is this?
Jameson ginger.
Jameson and ginger. Happy New Year. Ooh. Okay. All right. So, what was I saying? Anyway, so I got some collard greens I'm excited about. That'll be my first time cooking some, and that I've grown myself. I mean, I don't have a bunch. I got enough, a mess, as the country people say. I got enough to make at least enough for me and Charlie. And what else? I'm just trying to get my seeds together. I know I got some that are probably about 3 years old, so I'm gonna do the old school method. You can put them on a paper towel and then put them inside a Ziploc bag and see which ones sprout. All of them are not gonna be viable because they're old, but that's probably how I'm gonna start a lot of them. And I also have these little plastic petri dishes that I got off the internet. I maybe got like 20 of them or something like that. You could do the same thing with that. And then once they sprout, you have to go ahead and put them into the little nursery trays, and you can use chopsticks, you can use your fingernails, which I don't recommend, or tweezers, and just kind of gently put them into the soil. And that way you know that you have good seeds and you know that they're going to sprout. Right now, also, you want to get outside and start cleaning up like your garden beds. That's something I need to do. I'm telling you, and I'm not actually doing it, but probably get out there tomorrow and just chop down a bunch of old stuff. And if there's any leaves, you can put those in the bottom of a bed that you're starting. But I mean, I guess that's about it. I'm not perfect. It's just fun, and I mean, it's just very rewarding. So, if you have questions, I don't mind answering them. Again, I'm not perfect, but I can definitely send you to the right source. So, y'all have a happy new year, and I'll talk to y'all